Hello, Scorpio. My name is Missy, and I'm here to do some astral charms for the month of July. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a numerology card or two and a tarot card to sort of give us the general energies of the reading for the month, and then we'll pull some charms and we'll read those the way that we would a transit reading. All right. Let's go ahead and give these a good shuffle and we'll get right into it. One more shuffle. So we have, it's exactly 11:22 p.m. as I go to see what song this is. It's Admiration by Incubus. Right out of the gate before we even get the first card. Oh my goodness, my dog is knocking at the door. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. She is. Give me 1 second. Yes, baby, come on. Watch out. Come here. Oh my God, she's kind of pushy when she wants in. Yes, she does knock. I'm not lying about that. She literally picks her foot up and knocks on the door. Okay, so as you can see, we have number 6, love, on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. Let's pull some tarot. So far, we've got love as part of the general energy for the month of July. I hope that's not me shaking the camera. Let me make sure. I'm so sorry for the delays. Give me 1 more second. Nope. Okay. All right. What's up, baby? What's up? She's just sitting here staring at me. I don't know. What's up, baby? So, you know what I just realized as I said that? This song, I've never heard this song before, and I love Incubus. I'm actually a fan. But the name of this song is Admiration, and then boom, here comes my dog, like knocking on the door pretty fiercely, pretty loudly, I should say, twice to get me to open it, and then she just sits there sort of staring at me. So I don't know. Like I always say in these readings, and I know people probably think I'm a crazy person, maybe not. I don't ever take anything for granted. So maybe there's something or someone in your energy who's admiring you in some way and just wants to be around you. One more shuffle. Oh, there we go. Oh, and then look, you've got Judgment on the bottom of the deck. So the Judgment card, this is an awakening. Maybe you've got someone who is just now realizing your presence or something, and they like what they see. It's like, you know, an awakening to them. We've got the Queen of Swords and Perseverance. Interesting. Look at the colors on that. Look at how they blend so well together. That is just beautiful. And then on this side too, I didn't even realize it until just now. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so let's just take these cards here and put them, I'm going to leave it like that. So this could be a situation where, and actually because of this energy over here. So the Queen of Swords is someone who, you know, she has to say the hard things, right? And I say she has to say the hard things because, you know, it's not that she really wants to hurt somebody or wants to, you know, say the hard things. She has to because she knows that it's needed, right? Like it's healing, or there's something that there is some sort of benefit that comes from saying the thing that's hard. And so because of that, you know, the Queen of Swords can be seen as sort of cold, you know, sort of analytical, and that can be, when you put it together with perseverance, right? This can be energy that is a little bit difficult. It could be saying that maybe there's something going on in your life where you have had to do that, and you've had to do it out of love, maybe because you've had an awakening over something, or there's something attached to an awakening for someone, attached to whatever it is that you need to say. I don't know, we're going to get some charms and dig a little bit deeper in this, but I do want to point out that with the Queen of Swords, we have the air signs attached to this. So this would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it could be that you are dealing with someone who has, you know, that somewhere in their chart prominently, or maybe you are a Scorpio who has air prominent in your chart in some way, or you are a Scorpio who is having to take on the traits of the Queen of Swords, meaning that you have to say the hard thing, and you have to do it out of love. And it's because there's been some sort of an awakening. Okay, so let's get some charms. Let me get my little thing here. And I'm lagging today for some reason. Not sure why. A lot of letters, which is interesting. All right, so the first things that really kind of caught my attention happened to be the two charms that sort of flew off the board up here. You have the Scales of Justice, which came out directly over the 10th house, but so far out that I would say there's justice coming in, or at least a balance coming in terms of like career, your reputation, your integrity, somewhere around a year from the time that you watch this. And then you also have the palm fronds that came out over the 9th house. And so I always see the palm fronds as like reaching out or support being there. That's just my own personal interpretation for them. You know, they represent peace to me in some ways. And so it's like reaching out a hand of peace. And so, you know, this coming out over the 9th house, this is saying that maybe you're reaching out a hand of peace towards those people who are maybe different from you or have different beliefs from you in some way. So that could somehow be attached to this justice and balance that comes in over your reputation and integrity in the next year, because these two came out almost side by side, but over each house, the 10th house and the 9th house. Okay, so now that we're done with that and we've looked at what's happening a year from now, or what will be happening a year from now, the reason that that came up is obviously somehow attached to something that's happening right now. And we don't really have too much that's in the center. Each one of these charms is actually sitting directly over a specific house. Well, this one is sitting over 2 houses. And then the money is sitting mainly in the 10th house, in my opinion. So there's not, like, the general portion is basically just this right here. There's nothing, you know, that you really need to focus on this month so much as this energy right here of either you have to speak up and say something that's difficult out of love because of some awakening or epiphany that you've had, or someone is going to be saying something to you that is difficult, but they're saying it out of love because of some epiphany or wisdom or something that they've had, or maybe they're trying to get you to wake up and to open, to have this epiphany too. I almost said open your eyes, so maybe that's one of the things. Maybe somebody wants you to open your eyes. Okay. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start here at the first house. We have the anchor and the $20 bill. The $20 bill is in the reverse. So it looks like what this is saying to me is that maybe there have been some like long-term losses, right? Or there's been something going on with you specifically. And if I didn't say so in the beginning, these readings are meant for sun, moon, and rising. You can also do Venus or any of the inner planets if you wanted to, but mainly you want to stick to like sun, moon, and rising to, when you're watching these. So if you're a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, it seems as if and you're watching this, it seems as if you've sustained some losses over a long period of time, right? Or maybe you're afraid that these are long-term losses, but I don't know if they really are. Just based on what's here, I don't know that they really are. And I'll explain more why in just a minute, mainly because of this here, but you also have this circus tent, which is in the reverse. So anyway, but I feel like that's how you're feeling at this moment. Like there's these long-term losses, and maybe you're wondering if they're going to continue, like are they a permanent thing because of that anchor there. But the thing about an anchor is it can always be like, as you can lower the anchor to anchor yourself in spot and to stay somewhere for the long term, but you can also raise it. All right, so for the second house, in terms of like money, those things that you have that are of value, and your own personal values, we have the letter V attached to this, as well as the lantern. So the lantern is all about clarity, lighting up something so that you can see clearly, right? So that you can see in the darkness, right? So that you can find your way or see your way through. So whatever this V is that's attached to it, you'll know for your own personal situation. In the third house, we've got the letter P. So the third house is the house of communication. This is also like your peers, your siblings. This can be like communication, like anything that is like short trips or communication that happens very quickly. Anything that happens in this house happens quickly. So again, maybe you're having communication with someone who has the initial P in their name, or about something where the letter P is important. Or you might learn something in relation to someone or something with the letter P. So in the fourth house, which is the house of home and family, you have the M, you have the letter A, and we have the circus, which is straddling both the fourth and fifth houses. So if this is in relation to your children, you're leaving the circus. Like whatever has been, very chaotic and maybe even a little bit fun, because circuses can be fun, but they are kind of chaotic, right? There's a lot going on. I think you're leaving that energy, if this isn't related to children and family, this is related to like where you live and the people that you date, how you have fun, that kind of thing. So we don't have anything in the sixth or seventh houses, but in the eighth house, we have the letter Y. So the eighth house is the house of money, joint resources. This can be the house of endings. Interesting that we have the Pluto, the Astrology on Pluto sitting right here in the outer ring of this house, because this is Pluto's house. So something is ending that is attached to the letter Y. Or if it's not ending, it's going to be completely transformed. It's attached either to someone or something with the letter Y, person, place, or thing. All right, so for the ninth house, we spoke a little bit about that, but you have another letter A here. So whatever this is, remember we spoke about this, you know, balancing of your reputation, maybe because you have to extend some understanding to people who have different beliefs from you. That could be a, you know, someone, again, person, place, or thing attached to the letter A. So for the 10th house, building a bridge, that kind of plays in again to this energy up here, right? Or that's what a bridge is for. It connects two things. So this month, I think you're going to need to build a connection between two things. It could be between what you believe and your friends, because this is between the 9th and 11th houses, sitting in the 10th house. But either way, you'll know what that is for your own specific situation. Also, you have some money coming in that's attached to your career, because we have the grapes right here, and then we've got this $20 bill in the upright. Now, for the 11th house, which is the house of friends and your social circle, those that you network with, we have the angel of peace coming in within the next, you know, 2 to 3 months. So if there's been some sort of chaos or something happening in your friend circle or your social circle, or even your work circle, being like those people that you network with in terms of for your job or your career, you should see some peace within the next couple of months. Also, we have the medicine with the medicine dropper. And this is straddling both the 11th and 12th houses. Now, this particular, of course, it's not going to focus. But anyway, this particular charm, I feel like what it's saying is that there's some healing that is I think the healing is actually happening right now, because we do have this medicine dropper is kind of in the middle, but it's mainly in the 11th house, also straddling the 12th house. So there could be healing happening within your social circle in some way, possibly healing that you yourself have not actually seen, but it is there. It's like just in your blind spot. Maybe you know about it intuitively because of the cat. And then look, you've got Jera, which is, or excuse me, not Jera, this is a Kenaz, which is the awakening, which is basically, you know, inspiration, creativity, insight, right? Which is basically the same thing as the Judgment card. And so, you know, again, there's this awakening happening behind the scenes that maybe you're not aware of, that could be attached to your social circle in some way. Could be attached to an air sign, or, you know, just because, and an air sign or the 11th house. And I say that because this could represent Aquarius, which is the 11th house, the owner of the 11th house naturally. So we have more confirmation here for this particular combination of charms and cards. Okay, so again, I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, whatever you can to help me get my channel out there, as I'm new here, and I thank you for watching.